Nightmare.Explorers the other side. Today we have Audrey and Bella here with us. Why don't we start out with you guys telling us a little bit about yourselves?
Yeah, so we're Audrey and Bella. We're two best friends from Pittsburgh, PA. We have loved ghost stuff. We've loved the paranormal since we can even remember. So one day we just decided that we should start a paranormal YouTube channel. And we've been ghost hunting for a little over a year now. So we're still kind of new at it, but it's something that we love and we're going to keep doing for as long as we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So when did you guys first meet?
We went to high school together. We became friends over a mutual interest, which was like a band that we listened to, but and then somehow we ended up going to the same college together. And then towards the end of our college is when we decided we wanted to start a channel together. So we've been friends for a while.
Yeah.
All right. So did before you guys, started your YouTube channel, did you have any paranormal experiences before that? Or how did that come about?
Yeah, for me, I grew up in a haunted house. I remember growing up and my dad would tell me stories of things that happened. He would hear someone in the basement. One day he said it sounded like someone was like ruffling like paper or something, like a paper bag in the basement. And he thought that someone was there. We've had a 200-pound dart machine falling by itself, just hearing voices in our house and things like that. So I've had experiences since I can remember, but nothing oh yeah, actually there is a crazy story that I just remembered. I had a little troll doll from my grandma who passed away. And one day it was sitting on my bed and it just flew across the room.
Oh,
So that was
geez.
kind of, yeah. And I was home alone when that happened. And I remember I just left the house. I didn't have my license at the time. So I started walking around the neighborhood until someone came home because I was so afraid. But I mean, yeah, I grew up in a haunted house. So I've always had an interest and kind of been immersed in that.
I haven't really had too many. I remember just this one that happened, I think like a year or two ago. I was home alone. My parents were on a trip. It was just me and my dog. And I was in my parents' room because that's where my dog likes to sleep sometimes. And the door was closed. And we heard a very loud knocking, and it sounded like it was outside of the room, but also in the room at the same time. I know that doesn't really make sense, but it just sounded like far away, but also close. And of course, my dog also heard it. So my dog started barking and freaking out. And I was checking the cameras we have in the house. I checked our ring camera and there was nothing there. So I don't know what that was.
Interesting.
Oh, that's creepy.
So when you guys decided to start the YouTube channel, what were your like challenges getting that going, and how did it become successful, and what are some tips on that?
So I think first of all, whenever we started, we were still in college. So we were kind of juggling school, having a job, and also wanting to start this YouTube channel. I think for like the biggest challenge is probably just time management, being able to balance all of those things. We still work jobs. I'm still in school. So it's kind of just prioritizing our YouTube channel a little bit more now that it's starting to become a little bit more successful. I think tips is just if it's something that you're passionate about, like we are, then you just kind of just like, I don't even know, you just really want to keep working towards it. But yeah, I think go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, just dedicate like a little time, even if it's like a little bit time every day, if you need to like plan out stuff or just like meeting up and equally dividing the work helps too, because I feel like we work really well together when it comes to like just planning and just running the channel because she's more experienced in certain things than I am and vice versa. So yeah, we worked well
Yeah, we just
together.
work together. But I think ultimately, just because it's something that we're so passionate about, and we are kind of starting to see like some success that like kind of drives us to keep going. And also like things like at the convention, like when we met you guys, like meeting people that, watch our stuff, it's just very motivating to be able to, meet people like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I totally get that. And it's like, for us, we've only been doing this about a year as well. So we're still fairly new. And it's
Yeah.
like, making those connections and, collaborating with new people and, just sharing the stories.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you guys started this journey, where is the first location you guys went to investigate?
The first place we went to was a local cemetery by us. It was called Hankey Church Cemetery. And there's some crazy things that happened. But yeah, when we first started, we were trying to do some like cemeteries and places that were closer to us because we didn't want to go to like these big commercial named like locations when we were just starting out because whether they were expensive or not, we felt like we needed to really gain some experience before we tackled these big locations. So we just kind of did some like local cemeteries, and then we just kind of moved on from there. We started doing places a little bit further away. We did like Hotel Conneaut, which is like up towards I think like Erie, Pennsylvania, and then we did West Virginia Penitentiary, yeah, which is like an hour and a half from us as well.
So, what were some experiences at the first two bigger locations you just mentioned?
So the first location that was like the biggest one that we went to was West Virginia Penitentiary. And I think I've learned over like the year that we've been doing this to not be as scared as I was during this investigation. But we were down in the sugar shack where a lot of bad things happened because it was too small for guards to be down there. And we heard whistling coming from behind us. And then we said, if that was you whistling, can you do it again? And then it whistled again. And I remember I grabbed Bella's hand and I started packing up my stuff. I was ready to leave because I was terrified. But I mean, we plan to go back there, I think. So I'm going to have to go down there and probably face that
Yeah.
fear. But I mean, just like the local cemeteries that we even went to, just like having experiences like that, we caught what was it? It was like church bells. There was a church that burnt down across the street from the one cemetery. And on camera, we caught church bells. So that was unexplainable. But just, yeah, I think West Virginia, the whistling in the sugar shack was probably the scariest, still the scariest thing that I experienced.
Yeah, we consider like the scariest stuff is like things that you can hear just like with your own ears or like see that you don't need equipment for and just whatever. Like even the other place, Hotel Conneaut, when we went there, there was a lot of loud knockings and like I think maybe some footsteps that we heard just standing right there. Because sometimes you're filming and then you go back to the footage and you hear stuff you didn't hear in person, but this is stuff that we heard while we were there. So that's like the scariest stuff to us.
Yeah, that's always creepy.
Yeah, I had kind of a similar experience not too long ago where it's like I wasn't recording, but it's like I actually heard her say my name from a different room. They were like doing the ESTA session in the cafeteria area of Edinburgh Manor. And I went off in the kitchen because I was hearing some knocking, which I later found out was just rain beating against the side of the building. But then I hear her clear as day go, "Dad."
Dude, I wasn't even talking. Like,
that's crazy.
I was literally sitting still in a chair, and then he said, what? And I'm like, what?
Oh my gosh.
That's gonna be like one of the scariest things ever is like something like as powerful as that to like mimic a voice.
Yeah, and it's mimicking my voice. Like, no, thank you.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting experience.
Yeah.
So for you guys and starting out, kind of for like going to locations or planning the paranormal investigations, what would you say is your greatest challenges?
I think probably, I would say for me, learning the history and knowing what like type of things happen at that location. For us, we try to go to 2 places a month, but all the time we're like editing like a video that we did probably like the month prior. So it's like kind of all the time these stories and the history are getting like jumbled in my mind. So whenever we go to a place, we make a Google Doc, we lay out everything that we want to do, the history and everything. So I think this the challenge is probably just making sure that the facts are correct and knowing what spirits we're talking to, because we don't want to put out a video where we're talking to a spirit named Sarah when there's no spirit named Sarah there, or getting the history wrong, the facts.
I think that, and also trying to get the spirits to warm up to you, because there's been times where we go somewhere and I feel like we didn't get too much, and people we know go there and they get a lot, and maybe they approach the spirits in a different way. So it's like you got to give them some time to like warm up to you, because people will say like, oh, they're really active, but you just like have to give them that time. So I feel like it's
definitely
trying to find like the time and like the way to like properly do that with like different spirits. I feel like it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, like myself, I've been to locations where it's been like absolutely quiet all night. There was one location went to after 2 hours, we're just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. So we just kind of packed up and went to sleep.
Yeah, we've had experiences like that with the Bel Air house. We had a friend who just went there yesterday and they said it was the scariest location they've ever been. They'll never go back. We had nothing happen. I slept like the best sleep ever at that house. So it's crazy to see how different people have different experiences at the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like for me, this Edinburgh Manor I've been there 5 or 6 times now. And, it's never the same experience. Sometimes it's more active and some nights it's super quiet. And so you can expect that as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So for, investigating in general and, just normal life, what would be some of the things that scares you the most that you could encounter in both?
Green Man's Tunnel story.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell it. We went to this place that is like a little bit outside of Pittsburgh. It's called Green Man's Tunnel, and it is haunted there, but it's a tunnel and they filled it up right now, I think, with like salt. I think maybe for the winter time. So it's like all filled up, but there's a little bit of space up at the top. And so we were like climbing like some of that salt and stuff when we were investigating to get up higher and whatever. And so eventually we were like maybe 50 feet away from the tunnel. And one of us, I don't remember, we had a couple people with us. One of us looks over and someone sees like someone sitting on the pile of salt by like the tunnel. And we didn't hear anyone at all. And we're like filming, and then he starts sprinting at us. And we're like running to our cars, like literally the most terrifying thing ever, because it's like pitch black outside too, mind you. Starts sprinting at us, and we get to the car. We were with a couple other people that we met there, and they were going and talking to him. And apparently some of this guy like that was sprinting at us, some of his friends showed up and he had a machete. Like, I don't know. Apparently he was just messing around. Like he wasn't trying to like hurt us or anything, but still, like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So I think real people, when you're doing outdoor locations, also people, we haven't had this happen, but we know there's some locations where people like break in. And we're going to some places coming up where people are known to break in. So I'm crossing my fingers that we happen.
Yeah.
More on the paranormal side, I would say anything like that scares us, attachments. We've had some of those. We think we have a protector spirit attached to us from Hotel Conneaut in Erie. And we've got confirmation sometimes that he doesn't let us talk to certain people because he thinks that they're like negative or something. So that kind of is bad sometimes because we want to talk to those negative spirits just to like, get some content. But the Green Man's Tunnel guy with the machete was so scary.
That had me like shaking. I was following my hand. My hand was like shaking.
I was like, oh my God. It was so scary.
Yeah, we almost had a similar experience this last weekend. We were at Jericho Haunted Trinity.
Yeah, it's in Wisconsin. And this oh my gosh, I can't talk. We were there in November, and then we were there last weekend too. And the first time we were there, the exact same thing happened last weekend. We were so there's a school, like a house, and then a church. So we're in the basement of the school, and the door, so like we're in the basement here, the door is like right here kind of, and there's like stairs to go down, and it's like there's no locks on any of the buildings except for the house, and so it's like someone could just walk in. So me and him heard like someone like walk in and shut the door and start walking around and talking, and this happened in November too. And we went up, like him and another lady went up there and they looked and stuff, and there was nobody there. But it's like the exact same thing happened last time too, and we thought someone was in there just walking around.
That's crazy for the same thing to happen twice.
It's so scary too, because it's a real person. That's scarier than any ghost.
Exactly, it is. Oh my God.
And this time I was a little more, apprehensive about it because the people that were investigating with us, 4 of them had never really investigated before. There was my wife went with us, so it was her first time, and then her cousin went. He's kind of investigated, but not really.
Not really.
And then one of my students from school and her mom, they had never done it before. So I was like, okay, there's people here that, have never done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then going to like spirit guides, she's got one.
Oh yeah, I do. So I picked up mine at my first location, which was the Redwood Falls Poor Farm in Redwood, Minnesota. And so he's a little kid. He's about like 9 or so, and his name is Levi. And we just went on like the a road trip in June, which our last stop was FCI,
Mhm.
the con. And throughout that trip, we learned that he was my twin brother in a past life.
Oh,
And
that's
yeah, and
crazy.
he's been like sticking around with me, and I learned stuff about like my past life. I was a nurse and stuff, and we think that I was a nurse at Old Hospital on College Hill.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy because we learned like
That's
so much about it on the trip.
Yeah. I think I have a spirit guide. We have a friend Will from WTCW Paranormal, and he works with a psychic named Brittany, and she did a reading on me, and she said that my spirit guide has black long hair and looks like me. And I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, why does my spirit guide look similar to me? But
Right.
that's the only thing that I've ever heard of in that sense. I don't know if you have a spirit guide or not.
No,
Oh wait,
I
she
don't
said
think
that
so.
she doesn't, which was
Yeah.
weird. She said Bella doesn't have one.
Sorry, my dog is barking.
No, that's all
It's
right.
fine.
But yeah, we
Sorry.
found out that Levi was with her. We did a live seance about a month or two ago with Patty Negri.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, she goes, you have a child spirit with you.
Oh my
Yeah. And it's
God.
like we were at Redwood last July. Yeah,
Yeah,
last
it was the
July.
day after the 4th of
And
July.
I found out in May.
Oh my gosh.
So that was really weird.
That's crazy. That's a crazy backstory too
Mhm.
for your spirit
Mhm.
guide. I don't want to say that's awesome, but
Yeah.
It's insane.
But there's still pieces that are, coming about from that story yet
Yeah.
since the trip. And
yeah, that's so cool.
Hmm.
here, you want to ask some questions?
Sure.
Go ahead, take over.
So, what would be your guys' favorite piece of equipment?
Ooh,
I think I like what we have right now because there's some stuff that we still don't have, but what we have, I think I like the REM pod the most just because, it makes noises, it beeps and stuff. It's like all of them have different ways of telling you that a spirit is near, but I like that one I think the most. What about you?
I'm gonna copy you, and I'm
Okay.
also gonna say the
I'm
REM
surprised
pod.
you didn't say that the EVP.
No, I mean, it's cool, but I like the
Yeah.
REM pod mostly because, it detects temperature too. And I'm always feeling cold breezes. I'm always the one in our videos where I'm like, I'm feeling a cold breeze. And then the
Yeah.
REM pod goes off with the temperature. So it's kind of like backs me up there. But yeah, I think the REM pod, if we had, what's it called? A PS device. We just used one of those, our friends over the past weekend. We did a investigation. I like that as well. It's kind of like an Ovilus, but like
Mhm.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of REM pods, so back behind me up on a shelf, I have a REM pod that got,
Right here.
I
yep,
see.
right.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
So it got broken
Oh.
last August at
Some
Edinburgh.
point.
The antenna got snapped off in the child's room.
Oh my
How
god.
does
And
that-
I tried fixing it, super glued it, which
That super glue made it worse.
Oh
no.
hey, I tried. But anyways, we were using it,
Like a week ago
A
with
week.
our dolls.
which are behind me.
Kelly is in the
Oh.
green, and then Jesse is in the red. And we had our working REM pod out, and then we took out the other one, and we're like, if you guys can make this work, that would be so cool. And then they were using the broken one more than the working one.
Oh my
Like it was
Yeah.
going off like crazy.
No way.
That's
Yep.
And that
Oh
thing
my-
hasn't worked in forever.
That's
That's crazy.
insane. I would have
Yeah.
loved to witness that. I would have been like freaking out.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Dude,
okay.
it was crazy.
Wow. That's awesome.
What would be your guys' favorite location to investigate?
For like that we haven't yet.
No, that you
That
have.
you have.
Oh, that we have? Okay.
I'm gonna pick the one that we just filmed at over the weekend.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
haven't posted this video yet because we just filmed over the weekend. It was Wildwood Sanitarium,
Nice.
New York. Probably the most evidence that we have ever captured. We caught an EVP. We caught someone. We were filming with two of our friends from Spirit Seekers Society. The one girl, Emily, her shirt got tugged, and you
Mhm.
can see it on camera moving the shirt.
Oh,
And
that's
then we get an
creepy.
EVP that says, or we asked who tugged on her shirt, and it said I did, and you can hear it clear as day. The camera moved by itself, and you can see it on camera because we were filming. It turned around by itself, and then door opened by itself twice. We did double Estes, and it was absolutely crazy. It said all of our names through the spirit box too. So that one was pretty crazy.
Yeah. I'd say
That's
this.
awesome.
I say the same, like evidence wise, for sure. I'd say that one. I think that's the most evidence we've gotten in one video.
But I do love Madison Seminary in
Yeah.
Fairfield. Well, we've been to Fairfield twice, Madison once, but we'll be back.
Yeah, we just did Madison over
May.
Memorial Weekend.
Oh, fun. Did you get anything good?
Oh yeah. We were up in the attic talking to the doctor literally for like 2 hours. And him and another investigator we were with were literally just going back and forth.
Oh my God.
Like it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was all under Estes too.
Yeah, Madison for us, we heard, well, Bella was under Estes, and I heard footsteps running in the hall, and then it was mocking what I was saying. So that was probably the craziest thing that happened.
And my ankle got touched at Madison too.
Oh yeah.
And we were that what is it, that
the Devil's Toy Box?
The Devil's Toy Box. Like the responses we were getting was making it seem like it was a portal, and that like spirits were coming out, and like two different spirits were like arguing with each other, saying like, oh my gosh, like don't talk to like the spirits in that portal, and they were like, oh yes, talk to us.
Yeah.
So that was crazy.
Yeah, I had a interesting experience in the Devil's Toy Box. So I was only in there for like 40 minutes, which seemed like it was 2 hours. But I can't remember what questions I was asking, but 3 names of people that I've investigated with came across.
Oh my
That's crazy.
So I'm like, all right, that was kind of cool.
And also at the beginning of the night, we did like 2 rounds of hide and seek.
Yeah.
And the first one we did, so me and him were on the second floor of
the Civil War
side. And then there was another investigator on the first floor, and everybody else was over at the other building, I think. And the girl who was seeking, so we're sitting there, I'm recording myself on my phone, and I hear footsteps coming up the stairs. I'm like, okay, she's coming. So I turn on my flashlight and I started whispering. I heard her talking and like walking around in the halls, and then I never heard her go back down. But then later we heard another person walk up the stairs and then never go back down. 5 minutes later, he comes over and he's like, are you still over here? And I'm like, yeah. And then, so we're talking, trying to figure out what's going on because there's no one on the floor. And then the person who was seeking, she came back, and, you know, she got scared when she saw us because she didn't know we were talking. She never made it to the second floor. She got too scared to go up there, so she stayed on the first floor.
That's crazy. That's so scary.
And this, like, the talking literally sounded like her voice too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, she's up here. I need to be quiet now.
Oh,
but she never made it up there.
That's so scary. I hate when things like that happen.
I know. I was gonna say,
it was
a moment you don't know, and then when you find out after, you're like, wait.
Yeah, that was probably the craziest thing that happened to me that night.
Yeah, where I was on the opposite side of the second floor, and I'm sitting in a closet. I'm like, okay, should I come out, or is she gonna be standing right there?
Yeah.
But
and it's like I was so uncomfortable too, because I was like sitting on my leg for literally 15 minutes and my leg was going numb. I'm not even kidding. When he told me, because I was like shoved in a little closet and there was a mirror right in front of me too. So that was scaring me. I also saw a flashlight through the mirror.
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't?
No.
But yeah, like a little bit after I heard the footsteps, I saw a flashlight and I was like, okay. And that was before, like a long time before he came over. So I'm like, it couldn't have been him.
That's crazy.
So that was weird. But it's like I literally had to crawl out of the closet and pull myself up on bed because I could not feel my leg at all.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's happened to me once before.
Yeah.
Dude, it was such a small closet too, and I had the door open like a little crack so I could like see and hear better. So uncomfortable.
That's
not
terrible.
doing that again.
So for Fairfield, you guys said you've been there twice. I know you guys investigated right after FCI Con.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how were your investigations both times there?
So the first time we were down in the morgue and we were pretending that we were bodies on the morgue table getting an autopsy done. We had like a blanket over our head and we both got poked on the side. So that was kind of creepy. And then after FCI Con, we were doing an Estes and I felt like something was scratching me and it was targeting me basically the whole night. And I felt like I got scratched. We looked and there was a little red mark, but then after the Estes, it wasn't there anymore. But we also got an EVP that said we are down in the morgue again. We got an EVP that said I'm cold or it's cold or something like that. And we were right by the freezers where the bodies used to go.
Hmm.
So it was a little bit spooky. We feel like it was kind of like a slower night just because we think that like there was so many people there the night before
Yeah.
meeting, but they still had some energy to come at us.
That and because we were going through a heat wave at the time, we actually didn't even investigate like up in like the attic and stuff like that and just like that upper part of the place because it was way too hot.
Yeah, but it was still good. Fairfield is a crazy place. Oh, I also thought I saw a shadow. I always say I think because I can never be 100% sure.
Yeah.
But I swear I saw a shadow also down in the morgue area. So that was crazy.
Didn't you say you had your hair pulled
I
during
was
the
just gonna
day?
say that. So I haven't investigated FCI, but I was just kind of walking through a little bit, and I walked into it's. So when you walk in, it's like not one of the first rooms. Like it's one of the last rooms before you get to the stairs, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
After you walk in, I walked in there, and I was kind of looking around for a little bit. Like there was like three other girls in there, and all of a sudden I feel a tug on my head. I'm like, okay. And it was like a little like it was kind of like gentle, but I could definitely feel it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And then I just kind of left and walked away because I was like, oh my
You didn't want to
God.
acknowledge it too much.
Yeah, I didn't want to acknowledge it because there were like three other people in there. And I wasn't just gonna like start talking to spirits and look weird. But
Hello.
if there wasn't anybody in there, I would have started talking. But
Yeah. That's crazy. For stuff just to happen like when you're just walking through.
yeah.
That's so scary.
Yeah, like that Saturday was the first time I was there and I walked in there. I'm like, this place is amazing. It just had that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, for
it's,
sure
it's
does.
awesome there.
What?
That one.
You're pointing at like 5 different things.
No, I'm pointing at that.
Okay, then you say it because your finger was in the way that
No, you talk about because that's your connection.
you talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know what you're pointing at.
Old hospital on College Hills that I'm
Okay, well,
pointing
you're
at.
pointing at like you're like this, and then you're like that. Just you talk.
Anyway, so your investigation at Old Hospital on College Hill, how did that go? The two of us were there, and we were basically,
It was our last stop,
and we
before
were,
FCI, and I was so tapped out.
yeah. So I went back to the doctor's house with her, and we called it a night. So we didn't really get to experience it, and I haven't gone through the footage that everybody else had yet.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't remember us getting too much for that location.
for me, sorry, I just interrupted you. This was the first location that I ever cried at, and it's so like silly for me to think about it now because we caught an EVP saying Mo's demon because Mo was that one guy who fell out the window, and we caught an EVP that said Mo's demon. I think that was really the only evidence that we caught, but for some reason I was so afraid there because the our tour guide, he showed us a photo of an apparition that somebody caught, and it was like this 7 feet tall like black shadow, and it had like this like long neck. And whenever we were investigating, all I could think about the entire time was that thing. And at one point, me and Bella, we were standing in I think it was the first, like just the first hallway because we weren't like going too far yet. And there was like 4 or 5 rooms in front of us. And I kept looking over at one of the rooms, like just like, I'm subconsciously like looking over there. And I remember I told Bella, I was like, I feel like something's just watching us. And then she looked over at that exact room. So I'm like, I don't know. It was very like psychological, I think, just like the scariest place. I feel like if I ever had to go back there, I'd be terrified. And we didn't even catch anything really. It's just like the vibe there was so weird.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah,
scary.
I felt that it was kind of weird there. And it's like I was getting deja vu too. And it's like Christopher Lee Jansen was the person I did my past life regression session with. And he thinks that I was a nurse there. And which is really weird because a few nights ago, I think it was like last week or something, I had a dream that I was in Old Hospital. Like I think it was the 3rd floor.
Oh my
But I was like in the hallway walking somewhere and I stopped like right at the end.
That's crazy.
Ooh, I have some chills. That's
No,
crazy.
it was weird. And I like woke up right after and I'm like, okay.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, no, we called it a night, I think at like what, 10 or no, like
Yeah,
11. 10 or 11.
we went back and did my past life with
It was
Christopher,
like 12 when we went to bed.
and then a tarot reading, and then everybody else they investigated till like 3 in the morning, I think.
Yeah, so me and him didn't get much, but when we were doing the walkthrough, he wasn't there because he was waiting for Christopher, I think.
Yeah.
But we were in the basement and our tour guide was just kind of talking about something that had happened recently. And as he was talking, we all hurled.
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 We all hurled.
I can't talk.
We
I'm
hurled.
so. We all heard a little girl giggling. And
Ooh.
it's, like we weren't recording or anything because like it was just a walkthrough, so it was like
Yeah.
But like she was like laughing at us because I don't remember what story he was telling, but it was something about how someone was there and like saw something weird or I don't remember, but yeah.
Oh my god.
So that was creepy. It's like we all kind of looked at each other, and then yeah, it was just weird.
The giggles.
So one location I'm interested in here about, I haven't watched the video yet, the haunted arcade you guys investigated. I saw that video this morning, like I need to watch this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that location came randomly because my uncle, he was doing something for work there, and the owner, she was like, yeah, this is like really haunted here. We have like a whole like family of spirits. And he was like, well, my niece does paranormal investigating, so we got a connection through that. And they have teams that come in there all the time and investigate. But for us, I think the craziest things that happened were probably just REM pod activity. There's a speakeasy down in the basement, and it used to be a morgue. So we were down there, Bella was doing Estes, and I kept feeling like a cold breeze, and like you just get that feeling like someone's like near you or like watching you.
Yeah.
I thought someone was sitting at the bar because there was like all these seats next to me, and I put the REM pod over there and it started going crazy. And then I started feeling cold breezes, and the temperature was going off like the blue one to mean cold. So I think down there was probably the most haunted because it used to be a morgue, but that place, it was just creepy. People,
it was creepy.
Yeah, they say that people see like half body apparitions. So like they see just like the legs or like the upper body. We didn't see any of that, but it was still a creepy place.
Where is that located?
It's in Ohio. Oh God, is it Cuyahoga?
Cuyahoga Falls, is that where it is? Yeah, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's crazy there.
Let's see. Our cat is meowing, trying to.
I thought that came from here. I was like, Bella doesn't have a cat.
No, it's us.
Just let her be.
Funny.
Yeah, that's fine. So what would some bucket list locations be that you guys haven't investigated?
Penhurst
Asylum, Queen Mary, Stanley Hotel. I don't know. We have a lot.
Yeah, we do have a lot. I want to go to, I think it's, oh my God. Well, I guess this can't really be a bucket location anymore, but Sweet Springs.
Yeah, same here.
I remember watching it was either Destination Fear or Project Fear. I can't remember which, maybe both. I can't remember. But I remember like watching that, and I texted Bella. I was like, we need to go here. And then I looked it up and I saw that they were closed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But hopefully if they reopen in the future, that would be like my number 1 spot to go to for sure.
Same here.
Yeah. It's so, the evidence that I've seen people have gone is crazy. It's so creepy.
Yeah, one for me that I just came about, I was watching one of the latest Sam and Colby videos, is the Black Monarch Hotel.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched their videos lately, but that seems like a creepy name, so.
Yeah, it's like out in the middle of the mountains in Colorado.
Oh, you can have
my goodness.
Yeah, now she's just gonna be doing that.
But yeah, my #1 bucket list location would definitely be Penhurst or the Winchester Mystery House.
Oh yeah, I forget about that place. Yeah,
Winchester.
We want to go there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else. I don't know what else.
So for future investigations, what do you guys have planned going on?
Oh,
Like where we're
so
filming in the future?
well, we can talk about October.
Okay.
So we decided to, for the month of October, kind of do a month of horror. So we're going to go to 4 locations, some that we have been to, some that we have not. And based on the 2 that are the ones that we're already going to, we got evidence that we're like, we need to go back for this month of horror. Other ones, we've seen other people's videos. And the one location, we were told that someone has never been able to not finish a solo by themselves. And this was the only place that they were not able to finish one. So we're like, we have to go there. So we're doing different challenges that we came up with. Some including being handcuffed to a jail cell by themselves,
Okay.
hide and seek.
Hide and seek is so fun.
Ella loves that one. She came up with hide and seek, and she's like really loving it. I can't remember the other challenges that we have, but we have ones like they're like little games, not little games, but like being blindfolded by ourselves or putting on soundproof headphones so you can only hear or so you can only see, not hear. So we have some challenges coming up for our next couple filming trips. But yeah, we're also going to be in Indiana for ISS Con down at Indiana State Sanatorium. We're doing like a 6-day trip to film at some of the places down there. So I have a lot coming up, but
Yeah,
we're excited.
yes.
Yeah, we're gonna be at Billy Creek on August 8th for Drew Babineau. He has his camping thing.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna go there and hang out with him. And then the next night we're at Ashmore Estates.
Oh, yeah, we want to go there too.
Yeah,
we want to go to a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be fun. Billy Creek, that's a place that we are going to at the end of August. So
Yeah,
we were just there in June. That was our first overnight on our road trip.
Yeah, that was fun.
Did you get a lot of stuff?
Most of it was kind of just talking to Levi and clearing some stuff up that we had got because we did Indiana State during the day. That was interesting. So have you guys ever been to Indiana State?
No, our first time will be in August.
So basically there's the original sanatorium, there's the nursing home, and then what's the other building for? I forgot. Like
Adams Hall,
whatever. I forgot what that's used for some reason. I'm blanking. So
that's the one with the staircase.
What?
Staircase.
What staircase?
The Project Fear staircase.
No, that's the original.
Project Fear staircase.
Yeah, the Project Fear staircase. That's what he calls it. Anyway, so me and 2 other investigators we were in Adams Hall, and we were kind of just walking up the floors. Like we got to the 2nd floor up there, and we were just kind of like looking for a place to do Estes. And so I was like looking down the hall because like the other 2 were talking, trying to figure out where they were going to do it. And I was looking down the hall and I saw a shadow peek its head out of a doorway.
No.
And I'm like, guys, there's something down there. And they're both like mediums. And they look down there and they're like, oh yeah, like we see it. And I think I saw it like one more time. And they kept seeing it and we're like, okay, we'll just leave them alone. So we go up to the 3rd floor and we're all kind of getting like a weird feeling up there. And we're kind of like, should we go up there? Should we not? We decided to go onto the 3rd floor, and we're like walking down the hall. The girl who was in front, she heard something, and as she's turning around, something either like hissed or screeched at us.
Oh,
and you could tell it was moving towards us.
Oh
god, you could just tell.
That's like a real life horror game.
I'm scared.
We ran. I've never ran so fast in my life. I was holding a camera too, so I'm like holding the camera like, don't drop it, because it wasn't even ours. We were renting it. So like if I drop this, I'm dead. Yeah. So I'm running down the stairs so fast, and like these stairs, I don't know how none of us fell because they're not good stairs to be running down. And finally we ran outside and we're all like out of breath and we're like, oh my god, what just happened? Like I wasn't recording though because I didn't know how to turn the camera on because I didn't realize it was like our other ones.
Yeah.
I was looking for a button when there was a switch.
Oh.
So I wasn't recording.
Oh, no, of course.
Yeah, of course.
It was the scariest thing ever.
Well, didn't you run into those 2 Urban Explorer guys too?
that was we were walking back to find you when we ran into these two guys, and we're like, I thought it was my dad at first. I'm like yelling, I'm like, Matt, and it wasn't them, and they're like, yeah, we just heard a scream, and I'm like, oh, that was us.
Oh my God.
And that's not the first time that's happened where like someone heard a scream and they thought it was paranormal, but it was just me.
Oh
Because
no.
we did a public investigation at Waverly Hills last year,
Mhm.
and I saw a bat and I screamed really loud.
Yeah,
And we were back at the home base or whatever later. And I heard like these people talking. They're like, "Oh yeah, we heard the loudest scream ever." And me and someone else, one of the other people we were with walked over them and are like, that probably was just me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, yeah,
That's
I kind of have a habit of doing that. So, but yeah, no, that hiss was really, really scary.
And then you had the crawler or whatever it was at Waverly Hills.
my God.
Not the crawler.
Oh, dude, I didn't see it. Thank God, because I probably would have like I would be done investigating if I saw that. So, I was with three other people basically the whole night. And so I was with these girls, Em and Ken's, and then another investigator on our team. And so the one girl, M, was looking down the hallway, and so was Ken's, and they said they saw like a nurse like doing her rounds. Like she's like a white mist, she would go in like 3 rooms. Like she'd be in there for a few minutes and then she'd come out and then like restart. Like it was residual energy. Like
You're good. You're good.
oh, I can't talk. So they're looking down there, and then M saw it, but Ken's didn't. Um, she said that she saw like a black shadow. It was like up against the wall, but then it moved to like the middle of the hallway. And it kind of just stood there for a couple of seconds, and its neck kind of went like this.
No, not the neck.
But she said it went farther than hers was, and I can't talk. And then she said it just dropped and started crawling towards us.
No, no.
And she said no. And she said it had red eyes and its legs were over its head. And she's like, so I was talking to Levi during it. So I was talking to Levi, and then M goes, Levi, do we have to get out? And Levi's like, a big yes. So we literally, like, I think most of the stuff we just carried it. Like, we didn't even pack most of it up. We were on the 3rd floor, or it was either the 3rd or 4th, I can't remember. We ran all the way back down to the home base on the 1st floor, and she wasn't telling us what was going on. Like, we were just running, and she didn't tell us what was going on until we got to like body shoot. And I'm like, the way she described it was insane.
That is like literally a real life horror movie, which is like what
Dude.
I like have to remind myself, like that crazy things that you see in scary movies typically don't really happen in real life, like real visible things. But
Apparently they do.
yeah, apparently they do.
No, it's like the way she described it, like you could tell she was just so shaken up after it. Like she was almost crying. Like it was insane.
I would have cried if I saw
There was
that.
something that happened to me. Oh, when we were at Jericho, like I have realized that you catch the best evidence when you're not recording.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Because so me, my mom, and my mom's cousin were doing like B-roll in the church at Jericho. And that was me. And we're just kind of like talking, figuring out what I wanted to do. All of a sudden we heard the loudest crash ever. Like it was so loud. And it's like we're not going because like we were on like the balcony thing or whatever in the church. And I'm like, we're not going down there. Because it's like it could have been a person, because like people can just get in.
Right.
It was still daylight, so I wasn't like too scared, but I was calling him and I'm like, where are you guys at? Where are you guys at?
Of course, I wasn't answering my phone because it was charging.
I called him and texted him like 5-10 times because
Oh
I'm
my
like freaking out. I'm like, we're not going down there if there's a person down there.
Ah.
So, but that we tried recreating it and we found this like board that had fallen over because a few of us had noticed that it was up, but then when we went down and found it, it was down. And we dropped that, but it was way too loud to have been that. So
Yeah.
we couldn't figure out what it was though.
Oh my gosh.
Scary.
That's spooky.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, of course, the best stuff happens when you're not recording.
Always.
It's so annoying. Okay.
Well,
We're
cat.
Yep, she's very vocal.
She's very loud.
So for investigating, she has an idea of who you're going to say, but who would be your dream people to collaborate with?
What do you think we're gonna say?
She knows what it is. We were talking about it.
You were.
Oh,
I think we were talking about this. Or we were talking about
then you
something.
cheat.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
'Cause- How did I cheat? I didn't know you were gonna ask that.
Probably Project Fear.
Yeah. I'm like they're gonna say Project Fear.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like not only because they just seem like they add like some humor into their videos, which like
Yeah.
they do, but also like just like their filming style and like their editing style and the way they conduct investigations, we just like love that type of like the way that they do things.
Yeah.
So I think like because of that, but also like I said, yeah, just because they're like
they force us to go on solos. So
they would force us to go on solos or
Yeah.
sleep by ourselves. So maybe I don't want to.
yeah. I want to.
That would Project Fear would be so cool.
Oh yeah.
So if you had to pick one location to investigate with Project Fear, what would it be?
I think, okay, if I remember correctly, I think it was West Virginia Penitentiary. I can't remember where like Dakota was being like targeted. I can't remember if it was that one or another prison, but I would say maybe West Virginia Penitentiary.
Yeah, because that's a really big place for so many people too.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. I mean, that or Saratoga County Homestead that they went to. I think they caught a shadow figure there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one's
Maybe
pretty
there.
crazy.
Yeah.
That would be spooky.
So to put you on the spot,
I know what you're gonna ask.
No.
Oh no.
yep, she knows. I've asked this before. Who is your favorite member of the team?
I like Dakota.
I like Tanner.
I like Dakota because he's like the leader, so he likes to take action. He looks like he kind of like just plans a lot of things, and I feel like we take turns doing that, but I enjoy doing that. I don't know if you enjoy like taking action and like being a leader figure between us, but I enjoy doing that. So
I think Tanner because the one I forget what episode it was or where they were, but there was one where someone was breaking in and Tanner like got up and he was like ready to fight them. I was like, that's
so you're safe if you're with Tanner pretty much.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we've met Chelsea.
Chelsea last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's
yeah.
But she seems we love her too.
Yeah, she actually lives in my hometown, so my mom sees her, well, not a lot, but enough.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
I remember she's telling us the story about that at FC Icon about how Chelsea's there.
Yeah.
And she's got an amazing house.
Good for her.
Yep. Let's see. I think for me, I'd have to say for my favorite on the team would be Dakota also. He always gives me all these different ideas, and
that's not a good thing.
I gotta quote him all the time.
Yeah.
He's always like, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine would either be Dakota or Chelsea. I usually lean more towards Chelsea, but Dakota's like right up there too.
Yeah.
Fan favorite.
What? Oh yeah, I forgot.
Skipped over that.
The Crescent Hotel. Skipped over that one in the notes here.
Oh my gosh, the Crescent.
Yeah.
What about that place? What about it? There's so much to say.
Just go ahead. I don't even remember what happened there. I forget.
Well, first off, the people we were in contact with, the girl, she had just had a baby. So there was just like all this stuff going on. So we didn't even get to investigate down, what was it, like down in like the morgue or like the basement. There was a couple places, like people already had rooms booked. So I feel like we didn't get the whole experience. We plan on going back and being able to film all those locations, but the places that we did film at, I think I remember we were in the ballroom and you were under Estes, and I think I heard it was like pans like clanking like together. And I remember I asked like the lady, like the worker that was like helping us like get into the rooms and stuff, I was like, is there like a kitchen or something back there? And she said yes. I was like, but no one's back there. And she's like, no. She's like, nothing's like hanging or whatever. So I heard that. What else happened there?
We were in the governor's suite, and Bella was under Estes, and the REM pod temperature kept going off, and I swear it was like extra loud for some reason. And I said like to the camera, I was like, that noise is piercing. And then Bella under Estes goes, it's piercing. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's
I feel like something, I swear, was making it louder to like get on my nerves. And then it said that there was a monster standing behind me, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm kind of freaked out.
Okay.
Oh,
You're to sleep there in that room. So yeah, it was,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait to go back because not only is it haunted, but it's just like a really nice area. I love it there. Eureka
Mhm.
Springs, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. So, besides the paranormal, what are some of your guys' favorite hobbies?
Go ahead, Bella.
Well, I just like drawing and maybe singing.
Yeah,
Just
she
like
used
a
to make
very-
singing covers.
Yeah, I'm very like artistic person. So that's like I haven't like tapped into some of those hobbies in a while because we've been so busy, but that is what I do. I played soccer growing up and I haven't played officially on a team in a couple of years, but I would enjoy doing that on the side as well. Just yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
I don't have time for hobbies right now. I'm in grad school right now, so once that's done, then hopefully I can, pick up something besides ghost hunting. But it's kind of difficult because like my whole life I've just loved things that are like spooky.
Mhm.
Maybe my hobby will be being Bella's number one fan when she does singing covers.
Yeah, sure, right, right.
Do you have anything?
mm,
You're the brains.
doesn't know how to act.
Oh.
I don't know. Too tired for this. We've already like gone over everything.
I know,
so
that's-
I don't know why you're still looking.
I don't know. I just maybe something will pop out of the page. So next year, like how many investigations do you generally try to go on a year?
I mean, we usually right now we're trying to do 2 a month. So probably around like, I mean, I would say like 24 then.
24.
But I mean, there's also like always opportunities that like come up. Like if we do more conventions, we might be able to film more than twice a month or even like collaborations and stuff. But I think still like at the pace that we're at is good for us. Like with editing and everything and like our schedules, probably just sticking to doing 2 a month, but it can always change. We
Yeah.
try not to do like less than that. So probably 2. Yeah.
And you guys mentioned you're going to be at ISS Con. Do you have any other conventions this year after that?
Yeah,
We're
we'll
also
be-
going to MadCon, which is like towards the end of September. There's that, and then that's it for this year.
Any conventions lined up for next year? Because I know there's already talks of stuff.
Not yet.
Not yet. I
Not
mean,
yet.
there's like ideas, but nothing is for sure yet.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I just
You're
hit you
fine.
with the chair.
You're fine.
So there is one. There's going to be a new one next year. It's on September 20th at Coco's Selfie Studio in Cleveland. Christopher Lee Jansen and Stephanie Pitts are putting it on. So that'd be one to watch out for. We're already involved in that
Yeah,
one.
I don't remember what I'm doing, but
You're-
I'm doing something with Stephanie's kids.
Yeah, you're doing some kind of,
I'm doing like, what is it?
I can't remember what you're doing, but she's going to be doing a couple different booths and stuff.
Some like spell thing or something like that. I don't remember.
And I'll be doing photography for the event. So I'll be wandering around the whole time.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eye open for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, if you go into Christopher's Facebook page, there's like he's got promos for that already. He's already hyping that up big time.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll look at that after this then for sure.
And then yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really have anything else. My brain's kind of mushed out for the day.
Yeah.
I think we covered all the good topics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, one last thing we like to do on the podcast is give you an opportunity to plug your socials where everybody can find you guys.
Okay, yeah. So our YouTube is just Audrey and Bella. Everything else, Instagram and TikTok is Audrey XX Bella. Bella's personal social medias is Bella X Glacier, and mine is Audrey with love with two B's. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
All right. Well, we thank you two for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And we look forward to staying in touch in the future and hopefully getting to collaborate on something at some point. Farrar.
Farrar, maybe.
Farrar.
Love Farrar.
Yeah,
We'll
well,
be
it was nice talking to you guys.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. You guys have a great rest of your night.
All right,
you.
thank
You
you.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.